Can you hear me? Hello, everybody? Okay. Basically, someone wrote on website different topic, and I just realized it was different till right now. So basically, what I will talk about is about SEO, about some results, and mostly we do the stuff that I will talk about for different niches, like not only like payday loans and others, but for casino, for forex, and for other niches where it's hard. So quick introduce. So basically, I have like 12 years in SEO, like mostly in Western-speaking, English-speaking markets. I'm CEO of SeoProfy. This is like an agency that based in Ukraine, Kiev, and we have some different stuff. So the structure of my presentation. Where is SEO today? How to create strong team to deliver, and the process. So basically, it's KPIs, people, results, scale, and of course, if you have questions, I'll be glad to answer them all. So let's go. What's SEO today? Can I just ask questions so I can collaborate if some stuff interesting for you or some no, just who involved in SEO or does some stuff with their projects? Can you just raise your hand? Wow. Okay, so basically it's like search engine optimization. Like every time you I don't know, type payday loan online in Google, you'll see all the results. And mostly we do SEO for niches where it's no AdWords, AdSense, and stuff like this. So SEO is a primary traffic source that generates most of the money. So what's SEO today? It's like backlinks from anchor links to quality and quantity of sites, and it's content, user behavior, structure, keywords, technical issues, and like some negatives SEO. And I guess most of the guys who promote in fin industry, like in US, know that in most cases they drop their ranking because of someone abuse or someone make this project just fall down for several reasons. So quick research. I'll show you how I do quick research to understand some stuff. So basically, I go. Who knows service Ahrefs? Okay, wow. No one knows what's SEO, but some people know what's Ahrefs. It's pretty cool. For example, I type keyword crypto casino. So, for example, if I'm interested in, like, I don't know, in this search term, I choose Google, I choose United States, then I go and see like overview. So it's like not that many searches, like 500, and then it's a keyword difficulty 48, which is pretty good. Like everything that's above 50 is pretty hard. And then I see, so the parent topic is like Bitcoin casino, and on the right I can see this global search volume, it's 830. So then I do, I get all the phrases I want, like for example, crypto casino, crypto gambling, like by search volume and keyword difficulty. Then I make some dashboard, like for example, this is top of the website by traffic, by share, by type of this website, how many words they have on this page, links on this page, links on the domain, and how many pages in index in Google, and plus age and different like criteria. I don't think you need to know them right now. And then it's after this quick research, you can basically, if we go back, like what SEO is, it's like backlinks, content, user behavior, structure. So by researching some stuff like this and aggregating data, you can just create structure of your website in a proper way, just for future promotion. Like for example, here I see like main pages. None of the keywords, because most people that promote like main page, for example, if it's some penalties and website get penalized, you won't redirect your main page to any other pages. So basically, we never put keywords on this page. So then it's crypto casinos, right? and it's subtopics like anonymous, live, mobile, and etc. Then it's like by currency, then it's like reviews, because in this case it's review website, right? Then it's games, then it's bonuses, blog, and then it's countries, because we want to take all the traffic, and by creating a subfolder, for example, /US/UK/EU, we can in search console in Google, we can rank pretty fast if we create this folder and just make sure Google knows which country we should be related to. And then it's languages. After all this stuff is created and we already rank, we can do Japanese, Chinese, Spanish, and others. So basically, you do it for every page. Like for example, if we go back, here you see parent topics is Bitcoin Casino, and then you need just to ask yourself a question like how to create this structure, what your competitor is doing, and like make all this dashboard for primary pages. And the main idea just of this, like just to explain, to understand where we can win, because it's like, for example, SEO right now, it's like research, keyword structure, content, backlinks, user behavior, and someone's supposed to do it like systematically, like all the time, like, for example, if we take backlinks from this thing, from this structure, backlinks actually is like, I think right now is 70% of all SEO. And by putting together like some ways we can get backlinks from other websites, especially for niches like, I don't know, payday loan for US, where you just can't get good outreach backlinks for cheap. They're usually expensive, and not all websites accept them. So basically, it's types of backlinks we can do, like social-based, directory-based, event-based, outreach-based. The funny thing was, like, for example, we have different teams of link builders for different projects, and for example, you can create event, I don't know, like FinTech Summit, but it can be closed, so no one can visit it, and just write a short transcription of this event, and just place your link to this website with a domain rate like 60, 70, it's good criteria. So basically, this is the links you can create, but let's get back to that dashboard. This is like the easiest dashboard like any SEO can do. But dashboard can say a lot. Like for example, if we have highlight website for this niche, this website ranks for keywords like Bitcoin, Casino, Crypto Casino, and others. And traffic share is pretty good. So what we can see from this dashboard is like they have 11,000 pages on this main page. They have only 50 pages that created for this website. They have only 145 domains pointing to main page, and overall it's 293 domains. And it's this domain is 1.3 years, so it's pretty easy, right? And then you look structure, content, backlinks, and other traffic sources. Like, what about structure? We take all the structure, like for example, this is this website, and just look what they hide in like H1, H2, H3. It's basically like title, subtitle on the page. Then we look it for every website in the top, and by looking in them we can create our own, like for example how your own structure will look according to keywords, according to your competitors, according to like keyword research and their structure. You just create your own, and then you can give a technical task to designer, so they will create design. Then you take this design and give to the copywriters, and basically you get the website that actually have a chance to rank in almost any niche. So to make it happen, it's like easy: researching, analyzing, creating, implementing, non-stop process. And for example, after research, we see it's okay to go with the new domain, right? We need at least 50 to 100 pages. And it's up to 300 links to make it top 3 for main keywords. And we can generate about 7,000 to 10,000 visitors per month. Not much, but for this niche, like, because it's niche specific, it's from 250 to 330 people per day. And it's approximately 25-30 registration per day, and 5 to 15 new depositors per day. So it's basically from 250 to 450 new depositors per month. And approximately this can generate from 50 to 150K per month, like just from this small website for these keywords. Let's get back. Like this. So with this, all the process. So basically this dashboard can tell you a lot, right? Of course, if you know the niche. And then like the right KPI, right? So the right KPI, according to this small research, can be positions and traffic, registration, and some call to actions. Like, for example, in casino niche, it's like new depositors. This is people who already deposit some money. And in the end of the day, everybody wants money. Like, everything doesn't matter if it's no money in this. So now we need right team, right? So SEO team lead, for example, for something like this, some project like this, it's like usually the complex, like one SEO team lead that runs all the process 24/7, outreacher that does guest posts and outreach everything, like any kind of backlink that we can pay. Link builder, it's like all possible free links that we find according to schema I showed you before. And maybe copywriter, because I realized it's from 50 to 100 pages, right? And every page can be at least, like, I don't know, 1,000 words. And usual copywriter can write, I don't know, like from 1.5 to 2,000 words per day. So it's easy to calculate. So in 3-4 months, by copywriter who in the house, we can achieve that goal. So basically, the main point, like in all of this, right experience, just to evaluate, do you really, can you really do something to this niche project and whatever. Then it's HR process. This is what most SEO companies don't do on a scale, because, I mean, if you have right HR department, right recruiters, it's like, it's all about time. Then KPI setup. When you set up KPI like to SEO guys and you just say we need some traffic, we need to increase something, and you don't like give all the meticulous detail, like, I don't know, like how many registration, how many traffic, and all this stuff, it doesn't work. And then it's teamwork. It's sometimes like, because I don't do only with agencies and stuff, I'm full-time affiliate, so we have another company that does this for these niches, for different markets, like starting from New Zealand to ending Latam and other countries. And teamwork, when SEO guy does, like, I don't know, some work 6 months, 10 months, and nothing happens. I mean, it's progressing, but he don't generate enough, like, result just to satisfy all the stuff. You need to work with this. For example, like in May, we went, who knows the mountain Risi? Yeah, I think. Yeah, so yeah, from Kiev we went to corporate party and just climbed Risi, and everybody were like so energized after this trip, and we actually how we do these KPIs. Before we go, like half year before, I said if you achieve these numbers, like this amount of players, we can do that. So everybody even did more than I expected. So basically this is really important to generate result. So actually this is the main point. To understand the strategy, find right people, give clear KPI, make them work to deliver, get expected result. Like, for example, this is one website this is earnings like affiliate commission from this website per month. So if we take August 2018, it's 19,000 something like per month. And it's like 1 year. In 1 year, one website, $47,000 per month. And if you see it, like the statistics, for example, this is some German-speaking country in Europe. Keyword online casino, it was top 3, and it's pretty decent result. I mean, almost half a year, this website is #1. It's still #1 for this keyword. So basically, this is what it need to be like when you do SEO in niches like this. And niche doesn't matter, understanding how to make it, I mean, does. So other important things, like, I mean, for example, when you set up this scheme, it's always salaries, it's always taxes, it's always some stuff when you can't fire these people immediately, you need to do everything according to the law. Then it's management, and then it's right expertise and experience in working with some niches. For example, in Kiev, a lot of product companies that works like for English-speaking markets, for Spanish, German, French-speaking markets, and it's not easy, but we can find people that already worked in niche maybe you work in. So it's so simple. Clear strategy, right expectation, focused 24/7, and it's basically why we started to create all these teams. The main idea that, you know, once I came to our agency and the guy didn't know the URL of website he was promoting. I mean, we all care that if we give this stuff to someone, he is involved 100%, he focused and he does all this stuff till result, right? And like according to how our agency, for example, was working like 1.5 years ago, it's pretty hard because when you like doing, I don't know, 10, 15 projects at a time, it's even hard to remember some stuff. You just have checklists, you just do stuff, and for sure, like how do you say that word? Sorry about my English. If I could, I would switch to Polish. So the result you expect is the chances to get it is much lower when it's like a lot of project on one person. So then it's hard work. It's actually management. It's also like it's not only just to do corporate party to go hiking in the mountains. It's a lot of different stuff. And so the result, like for example, I have that plan to go to Everest in 2020. And it's a quick story. In 2018, in February, this picture actually is like 2 weeks ago. I was on Elbrus in Russia. It's like 5,600. So basically, how it happened, like 1.5 year ago, I started to, 1.5 years ago, I started to hike. I really like that. And like last year, I just get that decision to climb Mount Everest. It's like, because I have a lot of arguments with my family about that, because it's pretty risky, but it's always about the plan, right? So I went to the guy who already did it, who made these tours, asked him what mountains should I climb before, how should I prepare, what should I do, and stuff like this. And in the end of the day, like I do hiking mountains like 5,000, 6,000 plus meters every 3 months, and from May to April next year in 2020, so it's basically 55 days, I will try to do that. So yeah, thank you for your attention, and if you have questions, I will ask, I will answer. Yep. Any questions? No? Come on.
Zapraszam do zadawania pytań. SEO Fintechu.
It's actually first conference where when I ask like, do you know something about SEO, like no one raised their hand, so it's, yeah.
Sometimes it happens. W takim razie dziękuję za wystąpienie. Proszę o brawa. A było pytanie?
was a question, right?
Przepraszam, nie widzę. Gdzie kto żyją? Not...
Please.
Będzie półka.
The question will be about Mountain, right? Not kidding.
No, it's not about Manchurian. About the link building part, you kind of skipped very quickly through the slide, but I suspect that's kind of the key thing here. The one with all the lines, that one.
Yeah. Okay.
How do you reach out to these people? I mean, is there a standardized network that you address this through, or do you just go for really high quality, so you reach out to each kind of linking website one by one?
Okay, so actually we have different process, different departments. Like, for example, we're pretty well known in Russian-speaking field, like with creating PBNs. A lot of them we create like 1,500 to 2,000 per month. Yeah, but if we take different process, it's like different teams. Like for example, outreach. If it's one project, we set up person who has. For example, in the beginning, they do everything according to Ahrefs. They just get the links from competitors, look which one is good, and then we set up them like a special email. For example, for some content marketing agency, it's not real, but they just outreach through this email. And they send like 600 letters per day, usually. And in the end of the day, we get conversion rate from 1 to 3%. 3, it's really a lot, like 1 to 2%. And like one outreacher can do from 40 to 50 links per month. So it's basically like this. And then after this, we have parser guy. He's a programmer. He uses Scrapebox, and we scrape all the relevant website, and they give like, I don't know, like 10,000 websites per month to outreacher, and they just do this. So, and after we place the, because we pay, like the process is like outreacher scripts, sending information, then create, like for example, if he agreed, outreacher once per week, for example, on Tuesday sends like 10, 15, 20 opportunities to place the link on different website, and SEO guy just choose which one they want. Then they order text for this specific article, and they write this text and we place it. So like, and then we pay via PayPal. If something happens, we can abuse also in PayPal and just ask them to do what we agreed to. And we have that software link checker that checks all the links for different criteria. So basically link is like an asset, right? So we do everything just to do that. And for a third one, free links, these people, like for example, they just like they can make link from Visa, MasterCard, Apple. Apple is really harder, Tesla website and different stuff. So you just need to use comments, write proper things, and for example, on websites like, I don't know, antivirus, Kaspersky, you can write something and use smile like a picture. So no one even will wonder that it's like links, but in Ahrefs you will see that like picture. This is actually a picture link. Yeah. So it's like this.